Did you know you don't even have to hit your head to have a concussion? We're going to talk about the signs of a concussion and what happens when a concussion doesn't heal and it turns into post-concussion syndrome. First off, a concussion is when your brain is jolted and hits the skull, which is very sharp. Your brain is the consistency of jello. When it hits the hard, bony inside of your skull, it gets damaged. And so this can happen from hitting your head, of course, but it can also happen like if you were to fall and not necessarily even hit your head on something, or in wartime situations or emergencies when there's an explosive, the force of it can cause someone to have a concussion. So when a concussion happens, the cells in the brain are actually stretched, and then messages are being spit out, and it causes fight or flight, and it's an energy crisis in your body. There are 4 types of symptoms. A concussion usually has physical symptoms such as dizziness, nausea, you can black out, you can vomit. If you vomit multiple times, it's usually a sign of a brain bleed, so you want to get to the hospital as soon as possible to get a CAT scan or an MRI to look for that. Or you have problems remembering, you have problems multitasking, you might have problems speaking, and you can have brain fog, and also you can feel like you have ADHD where you can't pay attention or you can't remember what someone just told you, having a hard time remembering what you're doing, and even processing slower, like you'll notice that it's hard for you to follow someone who talks quickly or who talks loud. Sleep issues are common with post-concussion syndrome, where you're either sleeping too much or not sleeping enough. You might be wired and feeling like you need to sleep all the time, but you also feel like you have insomnia, and so you can't regulate your sleep and you keep waking up in the middle of the night too. Regulating your mood and your emotions can be a problem when you've had a concussion. You might notice that you're very irritable, and things that didn't bother you before suddenly will make you angry or want to cry easily. You might find that you worry when you didn't necessarily before, and you'll have repetitive thoughts that you just have a hard time turning off. And then also anxiety, like just the anxiousness because your immune system is working in overdrive and you have excess cortisol running through your system. People who have a concussion or post-concussion syndrome often have multiple symptoms, not just from one of these categories. They often have symptoms from all of these categories. Concussions typically go away in about 2 weeks or less, whereas post-concussion symptoms can persist for months and even years. Even if you've had your concussion years ago, there are therapies and strategies you can use that actually can stimulate recovery even now. So watch some of my other videos, and I hope you will find something that will help you in your journey.